Hi, I'm Chef Sherry Ronning, and I am here again with another recipe in the Healthy Griddle cooking series that I've been doing in January. If you're not subscribed to my page, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification buttons, and you'll be notified when I go live. I am going to be doing a dessert today. This is a recipe that I have never attempted. Full transparency, never attempted, so it might not work. We will see how it goes. I'm here in Michigan. It's cold. Should we see? Look at if I could show you out my window here. Let me get out of the way. There we go. Look at all that snow out there. I don't know if you could see the snow on the railing, which you probably can't, but if you could see the snow, we got the snow on the roof out there. It's not blowing right now, but it was blowing earlier today. We got quite a bit of snow. My husband did the snow blowing thing earlier, and so I'm not exactly sure how much snow we got, but it's enough. So I'm not a huge winter weather fan. I like to just stay inside where it's nice and warm. And yeah, so we are cooking inside. I'm using let me show you here, the electric 17-inch Blackstone griddle is what I'm using today. And you can use this if you're in warmer weather or like to venture outside. You can make this on your gas flat top griddle outside. So I've done, basically it's the same cooking method. The temperature is a little bit different. This one I'm gonna set, I started when we just started recording here. I have this set, actually, no I don't, because I forgot to press the button. Ugh. That's one thing with this, it's like so I was wondering why it wasn't warm to my touch. I've set this at 300. You're gonna probably want to do it at low. With this recipe, I've never tried it, so I'm not sure what temperature to set it at. So we're just experimenting here today. I want to show you that, you can make recipes that you've never tried. I'm encouraging you to make recipes that you've never tried. They might not turn out. This recipe might not turn out for me, but it's something that I've wanted to try for a long time, and I am just going to give it a try. So comments, I do see a comment from Dan from Indiana. Dan has been on almost, I think, every day. Have you been on every day that I've done this live? This is I've started Friday, so 8, 9, I think my 9th live since in January, and Dan has been on for quite a few of them. Okay, I could smell it's getting warm on here, so we're good with that. Thank you, Dan, and Dan did too. I'm streaming to YouTube live on my YouTube channel from Michigan to the table. Sherry Ronning, I think Chef Sherry Ronning, it might be on there. And also I'm streaming in to my Facebook group, which is Blackstone Griddle Lovers. If you haven't joined, go and request to join that group. I'm really trying to get more people active in it. I have over 12,000 members in that group, but it's not necessarily active. I have John that's posting all the time, which I love his recipes. He's a really, really good cook. And I have a few other people. I'm trying to get more people to post pictures and to get more recipes in there. Not quite all. But yeah, as I was saying, if you're coming from Facebook, and I've added today also my page, so we might get a few more people on here. I'm not exactly sure if we will or not. But if you're tuning in from Facebook, when you leave, I'm encouraging you to leave a comment. If you do put a comment in there, put your name in with it, because on my thing, I see the comments, but if it's coming in from Facebook, it doesn't have a name. All it says is Facebook user. And so I don't know who's commenting or not. So I'm encouraging you, if you're from Facebook, tell me where you're coming from. I've had a couple new ones since the last time. Joseph from Virginia and Sandy from Wyoming. Sandy Shaw ended up purchasing my cookbook. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate the support. This helps my small business, and I really appreciate it when you guys do purchase from me. And I've had from all over Alabama, my uncle, shout out to Uncle Larry from Alabama. He's amazing. Love him. I've had Dan from Indiana, which Dan has been on several times and has watched me. Stephen, I just had Stephen post a comment on I'm not sure if, I think it was YouTube, but I'm not sure where he was from. So he did leave a nice comment and mentioned about my cookbook and that, and so I do appreciate him. Illinois, Indiana, New Jersey, Florida. I have my local peeps. So Lori Edmondson, Sheila Merrill. Sheila Merrill is one of my top supporters that has supported me through, so far. She's on a lot of things. And, I just appreciate Kathy Hester has helped me bring this to you guys. Kathy Hester and Danny Myers, they have really encouraged me to start doing videos. I am, just a little background, I am a food blogger. I have a recipe website called FromMichiganToTheTable.com. I have all kinds of recipes, Blackstone Griddle Recipes, Blackstone Pizza Oven Recipes. I have smoker recipes and Midwestern cuisine, different, I basically started it because I wanted to share my recipes with my family, because my mom passed away several years ago and a lot of her recipes were lost because she kept them up here and she didn't write them down. And when she passed away unexpectedly, her recipes were gone with her. And so I was completely devastated. I'm her only daughter, and I should have been more proactive. I had the mindset of, she's always going to be here. She always is the most awesome cook. She'll always make her dinner rolls. She'll always make her homemade mac and cheese. And I don't have to make it. I don't have to worry about it because she's always going to be there. But they're not. Sadly, they're not. And when they pass away, their recipes will go with them. So I have encouraged people. There's several people around me that I have encouraged to share your recipes. I have sharing my recipes all the time. I want my daughters to have my recipes if something happens to me, and I want my family and even my extended family, all of you guys are my extended family, I want you guys to have my amazing recipes because they're just good. They're good. I would rather make a meal and eat home than go out. My husband and I are very strong about that, because when the majority of the time when we go out, we're disappointed because we can make better food at home. And we, like with the griddle, the smoker, the grill, we cook a lot on the grill. We make better recipes at home in a fraction of the cost, and it's hot and it's cooked the way we want it, and it's easy to make. Cooking doesn't have to be a chore or hard to do. It's just doing it. So just get in the habit of doing it and you'll be surprised at the things that you can accomplish. Okay, I'm going off with that. I do want to point out, I have my recipe for the Blackstone Griddle cookbook. I have dessert recipes in here, but I am not cooking one of the recipes in there because, sad to say, that they're not like really healthy desserts that are in there. So I am trying to do a dessert. This series in January is healthy cooking. So I am doing attempting to do a healthier version. This may not work out. I don't know. I'm doing an apple crisp. So normally we do it in the fall. I do apple crisp all the time. I love apple crisp. They're one of my most favorite desserts, but I do it in the oven there. And I've never attempted to do a version on the griddle, but it's something that I've always wanted to do. So the griddle I have preheated to 300. On the outside griddle, you're going to want to do, I would say, low. We may adjust the temperature as we go. Remember, this is all first time for me, so we're going to roll with it and see. I may turn this down a little bit. I'm not sure. So what I have here is I took one apple, and you could take whatever kind you want, a baking apple if you want. I just did a cooking apple. I got just an apple from the store that looked good. It was more of an eating apple, but it's really good. I took and I sliced it, took the peelings off and cored it and sliced it thin. And then I just added just a sprinkle of sugar. So maybe like a teaspoon of sugar. I wanted to keep this on the healthier side, not add too much with it. But the reason I did that, and I added just a sprinkle of cinnamon. So this is apples, sliced apples, a little bit of sugar and cinnamon. And I've let this sit for it's maybe been about an hour now. And the reason I wanted that is because I wanted to get the juice. I don't know if you could see that. There's juice on the bottom here, and I wanted that juice from the apples to help with creating the apple crisp. So that is my theory in this. I'm not sure if it's gonna be correct or not. And if anybody has done this before, I have never seen a recipe like a griddle recipe, and it may have already been done, but I've never looked at anybody's recipe. So I'm just winging it here. So I have my apples, and then I'm going to probably use just a little bit of butter to cook it up with. And then I have this. This is pretty much my inspiration for doing my apple crisp, is because I buy these to snack on, and if you've ever bought this, it comes with, like, I always dig through here, and I snack on the bigger pieces of the granola here, and then I'm always left with the little chunks, the little pieces that I don't eat. And I have bags of these, and they're good for granola, or good for yogurt. Like, I'll take yogurt and top a little bit of this on yogurt, but I don't eat that much yogurt to be able to use all of my stuff. So I'm going to use this as my crisp topping on here. We're going to see how it goes. I don't know if it'll work or not, but that's my theory, that this has got oats in it, and I'm going to use this. So basically just the apple, cinnamon, sugar, and this, and just a little bit of butter is what I'm using today. So we'll see how it goes. The griddle is preheated to 300. Let's get started and see how we do. I'm kind of nervous about this, but and actually I think I'm going to try it without the butter just to see what it does. We'll add some, because there may be enough juice. That's good that I'm hearing. I'm adding the juice on there. And I think I'm just going to add the butter just a little bit, maybe like a half of a tablespoon there. I'm just going to put on the top. I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to spread it around. My thinking is I want the temperature low because I don't want to really quick cook. I don't want to burn it or that. I just want to just like cook the apples, and I want them to soften. So I'm going to spread them out and kind of get them maybe in a thin layer, but I'm hoping that it doesn't like stick, the apples don't stick to the griddle. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, but we will see. We will see. We've got the butter in there now, and I'm just going to cook it. I do have the lid here, but I took it off because I'm thinking that maybe You know, maybe we can do this without the lid. I do have this lid that if we wanna like scoop it up and like steam cook it, we may end up doing that. I'm just gonna give this just a little bit of chance here to cook. And I don't know, should I add the granola right now? What do you guys think? Should I add granola to the top of this and let that all cook together? Should I? I'm thinking and one thing that when you're cooking, when you're doing recipes, and I've learned this over the years, trust your instincts. If your instincts are saying, like my instincts right now are saying, put the granola on top of this and let it all cook together. So I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna trust my instincts. And this I have cinnamon, and I have just regular, this is just oats and honey. I think maybe I might add just a little bit of both. And basically this granola is it's just like crunched up. I'm just gonna do like a sprinkle. I'm gonna add some of this. This is a cinnamon sugar. I have it, I'm just gonna use it. And you can use, you know, if you don't have this, you can even, I have, like these granola bars are the same thing except they're just chopped up. So that if you don't want to buy the bag or, you know, use something like this and then just break it up, even like put it in a bag and smoosh it, you can use that. Or, you know, alternative, if you want to do Steve Mayo. Hi, Steve. Steven, how are you? Stephen Mayo and his wife were the ones that originally started Blackstone Griddle Lover, and I ended up taking over that group. They grew it to a very large size, and so I've been able to take that over and help expand it a little bit. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. I'm glad you guys are here, and this is smelling amazing. I'm just letting it cook. Remember, I'm a huge fan of not flipping. Don't be a flipper. That's one thing I don't like is flip, 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 flip. Don't flip. Just let it cook. I'm just letting it cook. I can see that it's not burning. You know, if it was burning, then I would probably flip it. But it is, let me see if I can get the camera down a little bit closer here. And I don't know if you could see it. It's like there's spots here that it is bubbling. It's got a little bit of bubbles in it and it's cooking, and it smells amazing. It is got really good flavor. I can tell, you know, I'm maybe gonna try to get a little crispiness to it, a little bit golden brown to it, but I'm not sure. My goal here is just to have the apples soft and not like really crunchy, but it's okay if they are. As I said, we're experimenting here to see how it goes. I should have seen what time I started. This, it's looking good. I think I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna start flipping to see what it is, to see if I can get no color. I'm really tempted to put some more butter on here. And I know I'm going for healthier cooking, but my instincts are saying just a little bit more butter. I need just a little bit to bring this all together. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna add, and I'm gonna do little dollops around here to kind of get it to melt around. Instead of just putting one little blob, let's go around in different spots and see what that does. And you know, I could turn this up if that's one thing, you know, could I do it at a higher temperature, maybe 350? Maybe, but I don't want to burn it either. And, you know, it is cooking. I can tell that it's cooking pretty good. I'm just going to mix it again. The granola is, mix that butter in. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spread it out to, I'm not going to turn it up because I really don't want it to burn. I'm going to use my dome lid, and if you have the lid down there, you can do that also. I don't think it would hurt. And I'm just going to see, because basically when you add the dome lid like that, it creates an oven effect around it. So it would be essentially like I'm making it in the oven, and we'll kind of see how it goes. And yeah, I know. And my mom would have always used more butter too. Butter's good, but when you're trying to diet, trying to cut back a little bit, yeah, I'm with you on the butter here. And if I probably would have done this myself, I would have maybe added a little bit more sugar, or even brown sugar. Brown sugar would have been good in here, but I'm trying to stick with January with healthy griddle cooking, so we're just rolling with a little bit here, trying to bring out more of the appleness in there with a little bit of crunch of the granola. Yeah, steam it up. Yep, I'm for that. Where I don't have my clock here to see how long it's taking. If you guys have any questions or anything that you would like me to make or anything you want to talk about, don't hesitate to put it in the comments. I like hearing what you guys have to say. And let's see, in one of these days, so this is all new for me, this live cooking. I started January 5th on a Friday, so it was last Friday. I started and did my first live cooking, and I vowed that I was going to go live, try every day in January. For me at the time, it was like a really stretch. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this live. I don't know if I can do cooking every day, but it actually hasn't been so bad. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of January. So I've been plugging away. I'm close. I've gotten quite a few since I've started this, but I'm trying to get my YouTube channel monetized and I'm trying to get to where I'm sharing more of my recipes with you besides the printed, my blog. I'm trying to do a different way of sharing my griddle recipes with you guys. I do have like if you go on Google, and Google likes to give me and take me away, especially recently since June. I've been struggling with Google, but I do have, if you go into Google and type in Blackstone Griddle Recipes, I have one of the top ones on there. It's more than 140 Blackstone Griddle recipes. So if you guys want to go on there, and sometimes it's on page 1, sometimes it's a little bit like 11, it's a little bit past that depending on how you have your search. And I really am trying to get that back up on the top there. My post is, I have the most Blackstone Griddle recipes on Google, but they, for whatever reason, don't want to show my stuff up higher. And my blog is growing, so let's see. I can smell this. And now with this lid, I'm not tipping it over. I'm trying to keep the heat in there. So if I have to put the lid back on there, then it will keep the heat on the inside. That is one tip that I have. And as far as the difference between like a normal, this is still, you know, and I'm going to try to spread these out. This is a thicker piece here, and I can tell that it's still crunchy on the inside. It's kind of soft. Like this one is definitely soft. It's hot. It's very hot. The thinner ones, but this one is just a little bit, it's not burning. There's not like, and it's kind of caramelized. It's actually, like if you can see, show you up close here. I've got kind of like a caramelized stuff from there. And I'm just going to put the lid back on there like that. And let's cook that just a touch longer, just a little bit longer. I don't think it's going to hurt. And it's not burning. It does have the, you know, to where it's caramelizing and coming together. So I'm just going to leave it. You know, and I could add more butter to it. I could add more sugar to it, which would help with it a little bit. But once again, I'm just trying to stay with the healthy cooking. And I know the flavors are going to be there because I can smell the cinnamon. I can smell the granola, it's toasted the granola a little bit. And I could smell the apple. So I know the flavor is going to be there as long as I don't burn it. If I burn it, then it won't be good at all. I'm going to do this big, I guess this big tray here. And let's see. And something else that I wanted to talk about is, I think after this one, it might be, after I get done with this, I'm probably going to go live a second time because I've been wanting to do like how to clean this griddle. This griddle, if you've never cooked on it before, it does have the porcelain top on it. You do have to use the plastic spatulas, utensils. I'm very careful. This is metal, but it's got the curved edge, so I'm not like scratching or scraping it. I'm not like going across it and stuff. If you use the outdoor griddle, you can use the metal utensils on it, but this one, you only can use the plastic. When I'm using tongs, I use the silicone coated tongs on here. And this is hot. Woo, this is really hot. I don't think it was that hot before. I still have my temperature at 300. I did not turn it. I didn't mess with it at all. But I want to show you guys how to clean this because it is a process and it can get pretty bad. And I want you guys cleaning it in the right way so that you're protecting it and you don't damage it. You can easily damage this. It's got the ceramic top, I think they say that it is. And if you scratch it, it's like a nonstick pan. Once you scratch it, then it's not going to be the same. So you've got to do certain things to protect that top, which I've done, but I usually do that off camera, like after I get done cooking. And I really want to show you guys how to do that. Let's see, I think it's probably, let's check this. It is not, I thought maybe we would get a little bit more like brown, golden brown color, but it's not, but that's fine. I mean, it's still, I think the apples are cooked. I'm going to take it off because I know it's been, I would say maybe about 15 minutes since we started. It looks really good and it smells really good. I would say with this is one apple. You could probably do 2 servings with this. I would easily serve 2 people with this. Remember, healthy cooking, you're there just to, you know, get a nice flavor to it. And as you see, I'm trying to get this granola off and on to the plate there. And look at the griddle. Let me go close up with the griddle here. And if you could see, it is like got stuff on it, and it's going to be a little bit challenging to clean it, but the way I do it, it's super, super easy. Here is your griddle. Let me get closer. Griddle apple crisp there. And I'm going to add a little bit, just a little bit to it. There's not very much calories. Add a little bit of the whipped cream, the canned whipped cream to it. Like that. And you can even do like a sprinkle of cinnamon on there. Like that. Just look how beautiful that looks. And I know it smells really good, really good, really good. I need to take a picture. I'm going to take a picture really quick just so that I have it for my thumbnail. Looks really, really good. Now, let's see how it tastes. Get the close up here. We have it. I'm going to shut the griddle off. The griddle. There we go. I heard the click there. So there we have. I'm going to take a little piece there. I know it's going to be hot, so make sure that you don't burn yourself. And you don't think that it is, but the griddle will get stuff really hot. Still a little bit of crunch in there. It's not like soft like it would be like if you're baking it. This is a little bit thinner. A little bit of crunch. Not bad, but I don't know if I were to add a little bit more butter to it, maybe turn it up a little bit more. Maybe that will help, but it all depends on how you want it. Maybe you want it a little bit crunchy. It's not bad. It's got good flavor. I can taste the cinnamon, the apple, and the granola. I think it's a really good alternative to, like, when I make apple crisp, I load it up with like the sugar, and I have the topping that I make for it. I actually make my homemade topping. I'm going to turn this. And when I make my own apple crisp, which I do have that on my website if you want to take a look at it. I think I have an apple rhubarb crisp on there, and I use like oatmeal flour, butter, brown sugar, cinnamon, and I mix that together, and then I do the apple mixture with the cinnamon sugar, and I put it on the bottom and put the topping on the top, and then bake it. It's really, really good. But I know it has more calories in it than something like this would have. It's still good. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you decide to make this, make sure to go to From Michigan to the Table.com and look at all the Blackstone griddle recipes that I have on there. You can also go to mygriddlesecrets.com, and I have like griddle related stuff there that you can get a free 3-page printable of griddle temperatures and different things that I have. You can order the digital cookbook. You can get the printed cookbook. I have like a shop button on the top if you just go and explore through there. I also have a course, a membership that you can join that I will teach you from beginning through to the recipes, like how to unbox a griddle, how to season a griddle properly. Like the griddles outside, they need to be seasoned properly. And I've had so many people tell me, oh, we've been cooking on it and we've had struggles with it sticking and stuff. And I ask them, I'm like, did you season it before you even started? And they were like, what's that? What? Yes, you need to season the griddle properly before you start. And that gives you the non-stick on it. The electric griddles, you don't have to worry about it because of the porcelain, the top that they have on it. And I also have recipes that you can follow along with me, and they're in there. You can go through it at your own pace. You can go through and learn all about the griddle. I tell you what accessories you're going to need, what accessories you're not going to need. I tell you like different groups to join, and it just walks you step by step on a griddle journey. If you need help, if you've bought a griddle and haven't done anything with it, you need to take my course. You need to go through and I will walk you through. And if you need any help, message me. I'm here. I give you the information to where you can join my different groups, join my Facebook groups, and then you have access. Ask me anything that you want. I'm there. I'm here to grow. I'm here to teach you how to cook and how to cook on the griddle. That is my whole purpose in life, is to teach others how to cook. And that's what I'm here for. So, but you have to take the next step. You have to join my membership if you want to learn more, and I will walk you through step by step. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm rambling on here. I am going to shut off this, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how to clean the griddle. It's not going to take too long. I'm going to actually let it cool down a little bit before I start it. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will be coming live again tomorrow. If you haven't caught all my videos, I have several of them. Go back and watch some of my different healthy griddle cooking series. And then I also have other griddle recipes on my YouTube channel. So you guys make sure to subscribe to my page and dig around and look at my videos. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. So we will see you tomorrow. Not sure what I'm going to make, but we will see you tomorrow for another episode of Healthy Griddle Cooking. Have a good evening. Bye.